Okay, we've been working on the Land Rover Discovery project, mainly just taking things apart to see what all needs to be repaired or replaced. And so far, the hardest part, I think, of this whole project is going to be this right here. So you can buy the radiator support, which is this piece that goes, basically, it's that metal bracing right there. And you can actually buy a separate headlight piece, but they're all riveted, I think, together. And I really don't know how it attaches over here. So this is the hardest part. I'll probably need to get some consultation on. And then probably bending. So if we replace this whole thing, and that's straight, I think, and if we can get lucky and this all gets replaced, well, then this just needs to be bent just perfectly. This needs to be worked so that the body panel, which is laying down there, the new one, would attach properly. And the other thing that I did is there was a baffle right here, right attached in here, okay? That baffle, which is laying on top of the panel, is what keeps the panel, nice and keeps it secured and from, going in or out here. There's really not much to it. It's an aluminum panel. So if you can get your secure points straight, you can see how this is still bent down, I think. If you can get the secure points straightened, bent properly, and you'll be okay. I took the whole washer reservoir on the Land Rover Discovery lives right here. So I removed all of that. It's in one piece and not leaking. It's over there. Shockingly, it's in one piece. Took the air box out so I could get the washer filler tube out. And in the process of doing that, found a 20-year-old, fabric. This is the part of the air intake system because it just connects to the fender, and it's rotted, so that's going to have to be replaced anyway. And it's probably good that we did get that out of there, and we'll replace it. Other than that, various and sundry parts. The piece on the bottom, this is the fog lamp. This was up here like this. Of course, when it was struck, it was destroyed. It looks like this when it's in good shape. So what I'm thinking about doing is upgrading the bumper to a steel bumper, which means all of this whole bumper, that everything here would come off. A steel bumper would be put in, and maybe even a winch, or one that could be outfitted with a winch or a light bar. And then when you go that far, you might want to do the back too. So the bumper, because otherwise the bumper would need to be replaced. It was bent in, so it needs to be replaced anyway. So I'm just thinking, well, maybe it's a good time to make the car look a little bit more aggressive than it is now, if we're going to keep it. So that's the majority of the work. There is cosmetic work on the other side of the car, which I think I pointed out in the first video, because there wasn't enough room to get through. So this side is much more cosmetic, and you could replace the panels because this is dented in here. This is dented. So we could just replace that door, probably almost, for the same amount of money as having somebody work it out. And I think the same holds true for here. I think this got dented in a little bit, so it either needs to get worked out. So I'm going to talk to some people about that to see what the possibility is. Otherwise, you can just get another panel for this side and a door. I've already decided I'm going to replace all of the trim for all of the arches. You can get all new ones for about $500, and they'll be nice and black. And these were all oxidized anyway from over 20 years of driving. But that's, this side's cosmetic. The mirror I played with that some this morning. So the mirror is not a power mirror. It's power moving, and it's heated, but it's not power folding. So it's now the mirror housing is fine. The mirror just, when it hit, it broke the mirror. Probably on the window. I'm surprised it didn't break. So I'm debating about whether to get this whole thing, which you can get one. I found one on eBay used for $125 for the whole thing, or I can get new glass, and I have to buy this little support that's cracked. Although this is the problem I was having. Getting this all apart is not as easy as it seems. You'd think it'd be pretty easy, but it's not. So I may just buy the whole new mirror, and that way I'll have extra parts should I need them. And it wouldn't be a new mirror, it'd be a used mirror. A new mirror is $350, so basically triple the price of anything I say on here. Like I can get this headlight over here. Found one on eBay. Looks like it's in pretty good shape for about $200. But new, those headlights are $650. Who needs a new headlight? That's the update on the Disco. Oh, this right here, don't worry about this little dent here. I'm not even gonna worry about that. The panel fits over this nicely. This is not structural in nature. And the only way you'd ever know is if you're inside underneath the footwell working on maybe fuses in there, I'm not sure. That'd be the only way you'd really ever see that. So, I mean, she's gonna be a reworked car, and it's gonna have those little dents and things underneath. But the engine's great. The engine was not bothered. And the radiator, nothing. It's all that straight and good, frame straight. I mean, it didn't take any direct impacts. Airbags did not deploy, so everything else is fine. It's all cosmetic. That's the worst of it. More to come, to be continued.